With new LEGO sets being released all the time, must be made on the shelves, so older sets are retired in order to do this. July 2026 will see the latest tranche of sets retired, and so I'm going to take a look at which sets are must-gets before they're never seen in the LEGO store again. Now, before we start looking at lists, I'd like to caveat one thing first. Although the official retirement date for these sets is 31st of July 2026, if they go out of stock before then, they are unlikely to come back at this stage and will be gone from the LEGO website forever. Which for some of the more popular sets, I mean the only way to get hold of them in future will be paying way above the RRP from third-party retailers or second-hand sellers. But which sets make my must-get list? Let's start taking a look. And the first set I've got on my list is actually a pick of two very similar sets in the Simba the Lion King cub or the young Simba the Lion King set. The choice of which of these two sets come down to largely two things. Firstly, what sort of budget you've got, and secondly, how much display set you've got. The cheaper of the two is the Simba the Lion King cub set with an RRP of $17.99. This set, which you'll see in my background, is a fun little build that you can display in various poses. The larger set is priced at nearly £100 more at the higher amount of £114.99 RRP. It's a nice display piece, but I think both these sets are great, and if you're a fan of The Lion King, at least one of them is a must get. Personally, I'm happy with the smaller set I've got, which sits nicely on my desk and frees up other funds to make LEGO purchases. However, if you've got the display space and the money, I can see why people would want to go for the larger of two sets as well. The second set on my list is probably the most recognisable set in the list of July retirees, and is already started to see limited supply around the world. The Gringotts Wizarding Bank Collector's Edition is priced at £369.99 RRP, but is one of the sets which I can see the price rocketing once it retires when on sale at conventions or third-party stores. The set itself is almost split into two halves, with the above-ground bank on display above the underground vaults where the wizards keep their valuables. It also has a dragon perched on top of the building, which looks really cool. For anyone who's collecting all of the Wizarding World buildings that have been released, this one would be a big miss if not part of your collection when it retires. There's also an honourable mention here to its fellow retiree in the Malfoy Manor, which is also a really cool set as well, but I think the Wizarding Gringotts Bank just pips it. Back to another smaller set for my third pick, and we head across to Marvel and the Dancing Groot set. LEGO have already released a number of Groots across the years, and this iteration sees Groot in his plant pot with a crank at the base of the set that makes him dance. Priced at $39.99, this is a good value set and comes with fun accessories including headphones and sunglasses, so you can make Groot poseable in a number of different ways. Again, for me, if you're collecting the other Groots, it makes sense to go grab this one before it's gone, especially as it's reasonable price and it fits in nicely with the rest of the collection. It'd be a real shame not to have it in your Groot collection. Fourth up, and we head across to Nintendo and the world of Super Mario, where we see several sets heading for retirement. I found it really hard to pick one set from this list, especially from the final two I narrowed it down to. But as I've already got one pot based set on the list, the Super Mario World Mario and Yoshi set has pipped it over the Piranha Plant set for my must get list. It's the more expensive of the two at £114.99, but I think the pixelated art style of the set makes it look really unique. Whilst this set also has moving parts, which sees Mario and Yoshi's legs move in a running fashion, and also has Yoshi's mouth open and the tongue fire out, which is a key part of the character's ability within the games. One thing to note about this set is it's currently shown as temporarily unavailable on the LEGO website, so it's unlikely to return before its retirement. However, I have checked other sites at other retailers and it's still in stock in there at RRP, including at Argos currently, so there is time to get your hands on this set before it's gone for good. From one iconic game to another for my final recommendation must-get set, we go to the classic arcade game of Pac-Man Arcade Machine, which is priced at £229.99. This set has a number of really cool features, whether it's the Pac-Man and Blinky and Clyde on top of the machine, which you can spin around so they go from the Pac-Man form to the Ghost form, and you swap the chasers to the chasees. The movable crank, which can simulate the chase on the screen, or the back of the set, which you can open up to see all the moving parts, and also has a miniature version of the set with minifigures playing it, all add to the set's really real appeal. For fans of gaming, this will look fantastic on your display, and I've seen plenty of reviews highlighting how fun a build process is on this set. So there we have my top recommended sets. However, there are several others that could have made the list, including Jaws, Dungeons and Dragons, a whole range of LEGO City, LEGO Friends, and Star Wars sets. So I'd advise everyone to take a real good look at the retiring list that you can find across the internet, so you don't miss out on something before it goes. Let me know in the comments which sets you think need adding to my list, and any sets that you'll be grabbing before they retire this summer. Please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this coming in the next few weeks. And remember, no matter how your day's going, you've still got bricks.